Determine your budget for cooperation. While the gist of this course is to hopefully, ideally, engage the buyer directly and not have any agency cooperation in the process, you need to be prepared and have a budget for it. Um, as a for sale by owner, I've determined that you're one of four types at this point. Imagine a buyer's agent calling you up off the cuff saying, "Hey, I've got somebody interested in buying your property. Will you pay me 3%?" You're one of four types at this point. One, no, I'm not cooperating. If they want to pay you, that's fine. Okay. That doesn't go far in the relationship world. Now, however, many agents aren't going, they're just going to turn around, and if they do have an actual client, they will say, well, he's not willing to cooperate. I guess, have to look elsewhere. Um, it Real estate agents have value, but you have what they want. You dictate the price and the terms at the front end. But being a no out the gate makes it very difficult. If they, in fact, represent your highest and best buyer, they may not ever have an opportunity to get past the no. The second type of for sale by owner is the it depends. They kind of waffle. It depends. Sure, I'll pay you. They just told me that they would pay me 3% as long as they get their price. They may pay more. I may turn around and tell my buyer, well, you raise the price $5,000, and an agent can stick it to the buyer that way. It depends, does not depend on what the agent relationship is going to be like at that point. It's going to make it very difficult for you to defend your home equity, because it depends means that as soon as you told me it depends means, well, 3%, but you're going to have to disclose your position to me, what your net proceeds needs to be, and I can actually derive what it depends on. Okay. Don't be that type. Okay. Know your numbers going into the process. And again, the third type of for sale by owner is yeah, sure, we'll pay you 3%. We're just trying to save 3%. Well, buyer's agents love those. They don't have to fight. They're going to get 3%. They may be getting more from you than they would in their traditional market, which in my marketplace, the average is 2.7%. So, okay. If you're here, you're not likely to be one of those that's willing to cooperate at 3%. But this entire course is designed to teach you how to be a number four. Yeah, I'd love to cooperate. However, we have fixed our cooperative fee budget at X% or X flat fee. Depending on your marketplace, the average sale in the area may predicate some of that. If the average sale in your area is $250,000, then the average agent is worth $7,500 per transaction. So if you're selling a $600,000 house and you're offering $7,500 in your marketplace, that's just fine, right? And again, you don't have to play the rules by their rules. You're rewriting the rules in your favor. So if you're selling a $500,000 house, I'll save you $2,500 real quick. Yes, we'd love to cooperate. However, we're offering a 2.5% cooperative fee, right? We've proven in my market here that I've done it for $5,000, $2,500, a flat fee, because again, that agent, if they're honest and they have a contract with their buyer, that buyer is obligated to compensate them. They're authorized to accept payment in whole or in part from the seller. Okay. So leverage that information, but make a declaration on the very front end in your posting, willing to cooperate with buyer's agents at X amount or X%. Okay. But declare that. Figure out what your net proceeds needs to be. And if you're trying to get by on a dime, you take more time, you'll make more money, offer $2,500. Real estate agents have value. They're going to have all the right forms, all the right relationships out there in the marketplace to help you through the transaction. There's value. So pick your number though, and stick to it. And again, if that buyer's agent should call you and you've negotiated a fair commission rate to your liking, the next thing they need to do is send you a permission to show agreement that reduces that agreement to writing. And yeah, know your numbers, okay, and stick to the plan. And if you only pay 2%, well, then you just save $3,000 or $4,000, whatever. But it's your money. Figure out where to put it. And that's it for this lesson.